Oh, it's 10:52 in the morning. Let me see if I've got this thing adjusted there. It's Valentine's Day, and yeah, I did get some stuff for my Valentine, Linda. It's in the house. I also got it for Aurora, and I got it for Zara Rose, and so the boys wouldn't be feeling left out. I got one for Tigger, aka Benjamin David Sewell Jr., and I got something for Cheyenne and for Ashton. I've already been out and about this morning. Right now, I think, let's see, it's 10 degrees. Come on. 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you can see it right there. And the temperature's going down. We already got a bunch of snow. We got a bunch more coming. Let me plug that back in. Went out just to see how the roads are. I've got one vehicle that's got tires that are made for this stuff, and it's the Expedition. I've got another vehicle that's got them on it, but we've got to change it from Linda's old Navigator to the new, older Navigator. Got to get a sip. And before I am going to take the camera and give y'all a little tour outside to show you what it looks like here. I haven't done that yet. I took the Expedition, warmed it up, and went for a drive. Came across my best friend Jerry over at the Fried Pie Shop, which is closed due to the weather. He was out in his pickup throwing trash in the dumpsters by the pie shop, and he asked me to follow him over to where the goats were so he could feed them. So I did. Followed him over there. He went and fed the goats, and then came and sat in the car with me for a bit to warm up. It's deadly cold out there, folks. If you don't have to go somewhere, I suggest you don't. We've not had any power outages down here due to the fact that it is so cold that the snow doesn't stick. It's fluffy. It's real fluffy. Now, what is going on? Well, I got tuning machines in for my favorite guitar. I'm going to spit something out. I'm not trying to brag when I say this. It's an absolute fact what I'm fixing to say. But I have a $68,000 guitar. It's sitting over in that corner in a guitar case with the heat on in here. I've got a lot of guys that have wanted that. Joe Satriani's one of them. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Joe and I are not friends. We do know each other. I do have a guy I am friends with. His name's Nuno Betancourt. And before I would sell that guitar to Joe, the reason Joe wants it, there was only 50 of them ever made. And I've got the 50th one, and he's got the other 49. He uses them when he plays on stage. But before I would sell that guitar to Satriani, who's actually been rude to me about it, I would give it to Nuno. Nuno Betancourt is a friend of mine, not name dropping. I've known him for a long time. We've been friends for a long time. Nuno has given me a bunch of guitars. The last one wasn't much punkin'. I gave it to my grandson, Tigger, because every time he'd come in here, he'd see a guitar on a stand, he'd start strumming the strings on it. Tigger's Benji Jr. Let me get a sip. life is good. It really is. There are a lot of people throwing fits all over the place about this or about that. You know, count your blessings. Be thankful for what you got. I'm very thankful for what we have. My son Benjamin wanted to go down to Lowe's in Ardmore today. That's an insane idea. I went out driving around. There's no way. We might make it down there, but here in about an hour and a half, we've got more snow coming in, and every hour that temperature keeps dropping. It's 10 degrees right now. It's supposed to get down below zero tonight. And I understand his stress and his wanting to get it done, simply because I'll show you where he lives in a minute. It's small. It's an RV. He and his 2 children live in there. It's nice inside. He's done a lot on it. But he's worried if the electricity goes out, they would freeze to death. Well, I don't think it's going to go out. I really don't. Cold itself will not kill a power line. Ice will. And they're having ice down south. They're just not having it here. Got to get a sip. Tell you what, a hot beverage will warm you up, your innards up, and my innards need to be warmed up. Got up this morning, my son, after I got back home from helping Jerry make sure his goatlets, he had 7 babies, his goats did. 1 set of triplets and 2 sets of twins. One of the little twins he's worried about. It doesn't seem to be doing good. You got to understand about Jerry. He's one of the most compassionate people I know. Even though he can be a horse's rear end, he and I do that to each other all the time. We give each other purity, oh hell. We do. But he's my best buddy. And I've got a lot of friends. He's the best male friend I've got. It has nothing at all to do with anything other than we just like each other. We love each other. I've had people accuse me of hanging around him so I could get money from him. He would be the first one to tell you that's never happened. It ain't going to. As a matter of fact, I admonish him about things. He's got a Mexican that works for, there's a Mexican guy, illegal, that has a bunch of rodeo bucking bulls, like 18 of them. He's got 6 of them stored in a 6-foot-tall pen that Jerry has over on the 300 acres that is Fun Valley. He was out there yesterday looking around to see where he could build a fence to put all of his bulls, and he was down in the pecan orchard. And I told Jerry, and he agreed with me. I said, if that dude comes over here and he decides to put a fence up and you let him, he needs to be paying you some money every month, Bubba. A cow will graze a pecan orchard, and the fecal matter will add as nutrients, and it will help the pecans grow. That's a cow. A bull will destroy a pecan tree. I don't know that I don't think I pointed that out to Jerry. How do they do that? They take their horns and they rub it all over the tree and kill the bark, and eventually they'll wear the bark off in a circle, and when they do that, that kills the tree because they keep going at it. They get a favorite place to rub their horns, and they keep going at it. I've seen that happen a bunch. It's terrible, but it does happen. And with the guy from Mexico puts in 18 bucking bulls, well, he's got more than that. He's got 18 over on Arbuckle Wilderness. So the guy that owns Arbuckle Wilderness is whining to Jerry, asking him to let him put them down on his place. Got to get a sip. But he's got 24 altogether, 18 over on Arbuckle Wilderness and 6 on Jerry already. I told Jerry the dude needs to pay you money. And if he destroys a pecan tree, and first of all, this guy's got no money. That's the thing that Jerry knows and I know. He's trying to start up a deal where he'll have Mexican rodeos. Jerry had a place that he sold to the local guy that owns the pavers company, at concrete and asphalt paving company, and I don't remember the guy's name. But he sold 17 acres where the bulls were, and this Mexican guy did have a buck and bull contest over there occasionally. And the fence where the 6 bulls are, Linda and I were over there the other day, and they've got it leaning out like that where they've been pressing against it. It won't be long before they'll destroy that fence and be out. I don't know what the kid's going to do, but if he puts bulls on Jerry, he needs to pay Jerry monthly. And every time he misses a month, a bull goes to the slaughterhouse. That's how I do it. I'm probably wrong in my attitude, but it's like I've had guys come over here and wanting to rent property off of me to do something similar. I told them no. I've had people ask if they'd come camping over here. No, I'm not going to let that happen. It's home. I don't want a bunch of strangers over here. That's why we got a big old gate that we lock at night up at the end of the drive. Well, I'm going to grab my gloves, and I'm going to grab my walking cane, and I'm going to grab this camera, and I'm going to show you a little bit more of our world outside so you can see what we do. I'm going to leave my phone. What did I do with my oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. Well, when I tell people I got a storage, this is a workshop that nobody does any work in, and through that door over there is my son's office, and this thing is plumb full, and there's nothing I can do about it. We've got too much stuff and not enough places to put it. Okay, there's my old 1990 GMC van I love so much. When I tell you that I got a chicken coop, that wall right there is my office, and that there's a chicken coop. There's a storage building. It's full. That's the Navigator I bought Linda. That up there, let me see if I can adjust this. That's the old, newer Navigator. There's Benji's pickup, and there's his car. And I just, make you dizzy hanging around with me. Bird tracks all over the ground. That up there is the gate. There's a big iron gate we run across that driveway. There's one of the goat paddocks. There's another one over there for the males. That's Nick's van, Nick's Suburban Expedition that I went out in this morning. And that's our house back behind there. Oh, I get back inside. I think it is dropped. That's the fence of the poultry pen. No. A lot of feed. one of these days when it warms up, I need to get everybody in here. And that's the sign, and that's my dead end sign. Now that I'm totally frozen, oops. See if I can come back into the picture. Oh. Well, that was an adventure I don't want to do again anytime soon. I've got a little bit of work to do out here in the office today, and I won't be doing a radio show today. I've already got 2 in the queue. It'll probably be about Wednesday before I start doing them again. Notice the poultry's quiet. It's because they're trying to keep from freezing to death. Through that wall there is a heat lamp, and they're all in there staying warm, I'll bet you. I did hear some cackling earlier. But to all my friends and family, I love you. I really do mean that. Chris Kimball, yeah. It would be scary having velociraptors beat up against that wall. Mom, John, I hope you're feeling a lot better. Michael, Paul, I hope you're feeling a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and load this later today. I'm going in my bedroom when my wife gets up, and I'm going to string that guitar. What I was talking about earlier on, that really expensive guitar I got is not my favorite. My favorite is one that probably sold for $100 new. My younger brother Chris gave it to me. It's a cheap classical guitar, but I love that guitar, and it plays real well, but the tuning machines on it have been messed up for a long time. So I bought me some new ones and spent about an hour and a half last night putting them on the guitar. Then today, what I will be doing is I'll be stringing it and get it tuned and then play it. Well, I love all of you. God bless you, and I hope your day goes well, and stay warm. It's cold out there. Bye.